The next thing I want to talk about in Photoshop are some of the layer styles that you have access to. And what a layer style is a global effect that is applied to an entire layer. Now by default this is based on the layer's transparency. So what we're going to do to show it off is I have a brand new document here and I'm going to create a brand new layer that has nothing on it. I'm going to grab my paintbrush, and you'll notice my paintbrush is fairly large. It's 100 pixels. I actually get a harder brush. And I'm just going to draw anything. Really, I can just wiggle my mouse, or if you guys need something a little more, I get just a little more, then I'll make a little stick man. Perfect. Now let's take this and apply a layer style to it. We can do this in a few ways. One way is to come down to the little FX button at the bottom of your layers panel, and that actually gets a tooltip that says add a layer style, but the tooltip is currently off the bottom of the screen. So we can click on this and choose any one of the layer styles. And I'll grab the one at the top of the list just for a demo, and that is drop shadow. Now there is a very slight drop shadow that has appeared here. If you want to see it look a little more dominant, a little more visible, then just click and drag out here in your document and you'll see you have this kind of underlying shadow. And as you do that, there are certain settings inside the drop shadow settings that are moving around. They're adjusting in real time as you make those changes. Now I don't really want to get into each and every individual style here. The first thing I wanted to do is just kind of get you familiar with this layer style window, because we're going to spend the next few videos inside here looking at different layer styles, looking at various settings. What we're going to do for starters is take a quick look at the styles and the blending options. There's some very important things that take place here inside the blending options area that you really need to know about, and they can really help you get some very specific, very cool effects once you know how they work. Then what we're going to do is break down each and every individual layer style, and I'll give you a demonstration of all of them. Now we may not go into each and every single little tiny button, knob, and switch, but really most of these are so straightforward that you're going to have a pretty easy time seeing what each one of the settings does. So with that, let's go ahead and jump in and get started taking a look at the various layer styles in Photoshop CS5.